Hi guys, it's Susan and welcome to my channel. I'm on the hunt to find the best cushion foundation, so today I'll be comparing Hera's new black cushion to the glow cushion. I've heard so many people who swear by the original black cushion as their holy grail, so I want to see if Hera cushions really live up to the hype. So let's begin. So the first cushion I'm testing out is a new Hera black cushion. I have this in 25N1 Amber and it also has an SPF of 34 PA++. And I love the packaging. It's black and just super sleek and chic. You just can't go wrong with the color black. I mean, and the puff itself feels very light. Like if I compare this to the Chungseomul puff, this one feels lighter in the sense that it's less dense than the Chungseomul one, and it also seems a bit thinner than the Chungseomul one. So I feel like this would soak up less of the foundation, and which would also be a good thing because, again, this is not an inexpensive cushion, and so I would like to use every last drop of the cushion without wasting any of their product. So this is great that I feel like I have a really good feeling that this is not going to soak up a lot of the product at all. And just to preface this, before I apply the cushion, I have not applied any primer and I will not be applying any powder when I do these wear tests. I've only applied my sunscreen and my skincare. And I'm doing this so that I could really see how the product performs alone without any assistance or variables affecting the performance of the cushion. And afterwards, depending on how the cushion performed, then I will gauge whether or not I would need a primer or a powder on top just to improve the performance. Just doing 2 taps. That's how much it picked up. And I'm just going to put some on the back right here just to get some of the excess product out. And then let's apply it. Oh wow. Let me bring you guys closer. This is just smoothing out all of my skin texture, and I can already tell that this is already a very medium to full coverage cushion, and it's giving me a lot of coverage, like especially right here where I have this dark spot that I find a lot of foundations are unable to cover, but this is already doing a really good job with covering it with this thin layer of the cushion. So this is one half of my face and it looks so flawless. I'm really impressed at how much it's smoothed over my texture right here. I'm going to try going in with another layer and I'm going to see how much this covers up my dark spot right here. Wow. You guys, look at that. I'm telling you, most foundations, even concealers, have a really hard time covering this up. Wow, that looks so beautiful. So I'm going to quickly go over the claims. I am on Hera's website and oh, they do have deeper shades. I don't think I saw those shades when I was on Dodo's Skin and also on eBay. I haven't seen those shades. So maybe these are shades that are rare in Korea so sellers can't actually pick them up themselves. I don't know. Anyway, so reading off of the claims, Hera says that this is a super blendable, layerless formula. It applies in a thin layer of full coverage that imperceptibly blends into the skin and sets into a flawless matte finish. It ensures the 4 properties of coverage: seamless blending, full coverage, non-caking matte finish, and color without darkening for over 24 hours to give the perfect lasting makeup look. This is also a transfer-proof foundation, and the shades are specially designed for Asian women's skin tones, and the foundation formulas flatter the natural skin tone the most. So from these claims, I do see the layerless matte formula. I feel like this is being applied in a very thin layer, and I really like how lightweight it feels. Even if it's a thin layer, I feel like it's a very full coverage. And when I did go in to put in a second layer, like right here, I think that it really was able to build up the coverage and make it even more full. And I would say that this is more of like a soft matte, maybe like a velvet matte, because I do see a little bit of a radiance coming from my skin. So I wouldn't say this is a completely matte formula, which I do prefer. I don't like having an all matte base. And yeah, they say that it has seamless blending. I agree. It's full coverage. I agree. Non-caking matte finish. I feel like this definitely doesn't make my skin look cakey at all. It looks very fresh. And of course, it does look like I have foundation on, but I feel like because it's so thin, that it does not look cakey at all. And this is the type of full coverage that I expect out of any full coverage foundation, to have something still looking like my skin but way more perfected. So I am getting that. Let's see what else. We will be testing the longevity of this cushion, so I don't know. They say it's over 24 hours, so let's see how long this really lasts. And this does not match my skin tone exactly, like not perfectly, but I feel like this is a really good match overall. And this is the sort of shade that I want out of my foundation. I wanted to get the right tone, and I feel like Hera did a really good job in achieving that tone, and especially for achieving a tone for an Asian skin range. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to just fill in my brows, and during that meantime, I want my foundation to just settle in a bit more, and I want to see how my skin will look like once it's just completely settled into my skin. So I'll be right back. Now that I've let the foundation settle in, it looks like my skin has a very light layer of powder on, although I haven't applied any powder on top. I'm only wearing the cushion alone, and it just has this powdery finish to my skin, which I think is why my skin looks like it has like a soft matte finish. And I think this will also help with the longevity of the cushion foundation itself. So I really like how this finish looks like on my skin. It just looks very soft, and you can still see some of the radiance peeking through. I love it. So now I'm going to do a transfer test. I'm first going to do a transfer test on my phone. And that's how much came off. So this foundation still feels tacky, so I'm wondering if it just takes a little while for it to settle in completely. And I think maybe that's why it transferred a little bit on my phone. And this does say that it's a transfer proof makeup. So it's currently 2:01 p.m. and I'll check back in about 12 hours and let you guys know what it looks like. And I will be wearing a mask all day, so I could definitely tell you if it's transfer proof or not. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. This is 12 hours after wearing the cushion, and there's a tiny amount of transfer on the sides of my mask, but otherwise this is a transfer proof cushion. I think it is also heat and humidity proof because it looks almost as good as when I first applied the cushion, and it controlled my oils within the 12 hours. I think that's pretty impressive because it was about 86 degrees outside where I live. There's no breakage or separation of the foundation, and it hasn't emphasized my dry spots. What's strange about this cushion is that when the cushion gets rubbed off, for example, like when I blow my nose, it comes off in patches and my skin underneath is completely exposed. There isn't a gradual fade. This may be due to the ultrafine powder that's infused in this cushion. However, when I tried reapplying with this cushion to those missing spots, it looks good as new without any cakiness or dryness. Now I'm testing out the Hera Glow Lasting Cushion. This is also in the shade 25N1 Amber, and this has an even higher SPF. This has an SPF of 50 PA+++. The puff for the Glow Lasting Cushion, when I touch it, it feels a bit more smooth in comparison to the black cushion puff. And the black cushion puff has a bit more squish to it. It's a bit squishier than the Glow Lasting Cushion puff. but they do have the same amount of thickness. I just tap some on the back of my lid right here, just to take off some of the excess, and let's do this. And this already feels like this is going to be thinner than the black cushion. This scent smells different from the black Hera cushion. So I forgot to mention this earlier, but the black cushion I feel like smells like your typical Korean beauty skincare, and there's a bit of floral mixed in. But I feel like for this one, this smells a bit like fresher and a little bit sweeter. Yeah, it smells a bit sweeter, fresher. There is a floral scent to it, but it might just be so that it can fit in with this whole aesthetic of the foundation. It's supposed to give you like a natural and glowy look, so maybe they were going for like a fresher scent. Yeah, but I do like it. This coverage does seem a bit lighter than the black cushion, but this glow reminds me of the Dior Forever Glow foundation. It gives you like the most beautiful glow, and that's what I feel like I'm getting from this. So that's one half of my face. For a glowy foundation, I'm actually pretty impressed with the coverage because most glowy foundations are usually much thinner, which means that they have a lighter coverage. But this one I feel like has a good, decent medium coverage, and it completely just covered my blemishes around my nose. And for this little dark spot I have here, it did a really good job covering that. And looking back on the puff, it did absorb some of the product. So it's not like the other puff, the Hera Black Cushion Puff, where I feel like I didn't have much of the foundation on here after I was done. And it might be because this is more of a liquid to powder formula, and this is a true liquid formula. So it is going to absorb into the sponge. So I'm going to read off the claims again on Hera's website about the glow lasting cushion. And they say that it's a thin veil of glow that shines like it's natural, my skin but glowing, which I do feel like it truly looks like my skin, but much, much better and just much glowier. I love the finish of this. And they have a invisible thin layer, which is trademarked for seamless blending, unprecedented in a cushion. The innovative combination of an invisible texture, thin layer sponge, and layering puff coats skin with a thin, clear, even, and high-fitting layer of makeup. Okay, so that explains why it feels so weightless. A makeup that lasts fresh for 24 hours, 24-hour thin glow. Sheer fitting film technology builds a tenacious makeup layer to maintain a thin glow that stays fresh even as time passes. Okay, so everything sounds really good. I am actually really interested to see how long this foundation can hold up, because most glowy foundations can't hold up that well over time. So this does claim that it's a 24-hour thin glow. So I've let the foundation settle in more, and during that time I filled in my brows. So I think it still looks the same. It still has like the same appearance that when I first applied the cushion. So I feel like it hasn't like dried down, but it still feels really tacky. And I'm wondering if this also takes a little while to settle in. So let's do a transfer test. They have not said that this is a transfer proof cushion, so I will still be testing this out on my phone. So let me just wipe off my phone to clear off anything, any fingerprints. It's kind of what I expected from a foundation, especially a glowy foundation, to transfer, so I'm not surprised. But I will be going to work later, and currently it is 2:54 p.m. So I'll check back in around like 2:30 a.m. again, and I'll let you guys know how it looks. So I'll see you guys then. Bye. Now it's time for the reveal after wearing this cushion for 12 hours, and I would say that there's a decent amount of transfer from this cushion that I expected. Hera does not claim that this is a transfer-proof cushion, so I expected this amount to transfer, and especially for something that I didn't set with powder. As you can see, this is how my skin looks like after 12 hours, and you can see a lot of the cushion has disappeared on my face, especially around my nose and mouth region. And those are usually the first spots that do disappear. But my pores still look really good. It hasn't settled into my pores. There's a very slight separation of the cushion on my cheeks. You can see my redness and blemishes peeking through. Hera does claim that this is a long-wearing cushion that can stay looking fresh for up to 24 hours, which I don't think that it can. It may be due to me testing out this cushion under heat and humidity, and it may not be able to perform well under those conditions. So maybe this is something that I would try in the winter. But overall, besides the longevity of the cushion, I haven't faced any other problems with it. And I really do enjoy the glow from this cushion, so this is something that I think I would just try to wear in the winter. Between the new black cushion and the glow cushion, I would choose a new black cushion. It has amazing coverage and wear time, but the cushion doesn't separate or clog my pores. For a matte foundation, I would say it's dry skin approved, and it looks better over time. So that's it for today's review, and let me know if you would like to see me continue making these cushion reviews by commenting, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.